Hey, Hoff here. Welcome to Hoffcast. Starting off like we used to. I'm gonna have to mute my other stream. What is up? What is up? We're doing Hoffcast tonight. I want to thank Tony for being here. I don't know if anyone's going to show up for this one, but it should be fun. Regardless, it should be a fun show. Whether you watch it tonight or later, it should be a very good time. I've got a lot to talk about. I have a lot to talk about. Hope everyone's been doing well. Mitz, what's up? Well, we got two here. That's awesome. I mean, I don't do these often anymore, so like, if people show up, it blows me away. I'm glad you're still getting some notifications out there. I guess I'm not very active on the YouTube at the moment, clearly, but I still want to be sometimes, if you know what I mean. I want to be. But here's the fact: I haven't done a show in a long time, so I have a lot, probably not as much as you think. I'm not really going to talk about personal stuff, but I got a lot of things that we can discuss tonight, and it should be a fun time. Again, I hope y'all are doing well. Hope you had what was the latest holiday? St. Patrick's Day. That's what it was. Mitz says, yeah, I was watching my Sunday night clip show on Rumble. You can't stop progress. It's wild. That's funny. Progress is something I've been thinking about recently, and I don't know if it's such a good thing. Maybe that's where you're coming from on that. I'm starting to think progress isn't the best thing for everybody, just to be honest with you. I think that we hit a point as a species, as humans, and we should have stayed there in the 90s. I think we should have. I don't think we should have pursued much else after that. Technology, religions, people's sexualities just going crazy out there. I don't think we should have went much further than that. But perhaps in the 90s, it was already too late. You know what I mean? It's definitely too late now. You're not wrong on that, Mitz. It's definitely, you can't stop progress. But was it Jurassic Park? It said they were too concerned and of if they could. They didn't think of if they should. So that's the whole thing there. Mitz says, I think progress is necessary, good or bad. It's better than being stagnant. Well, there's an argument to be had there. Well, I guess if you said if it's good or bad, but it's definitely not good. Not good, the progress that we've been making as a culture and society and as humanity, not good. Maybe the progress that we're coming up with now is more so finding out the truth about things, if you're into that, and that's what I'm into. But I guess the truth is kind of being put out there more than ever nowadays. Like back in the 90s, when you think of that as like a golden age, which I do, because that's when I grew up. You think about it as like everything was good back then. But was it good, or was it just acceptable and like we were being lied to so much, and we didn't have the information that we have today? There's a pretty good argument. I think I was speaking with my man Tony about this a few days ago. Excuse me. Would you rather have like back in the day where they had like 3 media outlets, which is what they would love to have today, but they used to just have 3. You only had like 5 channels on TV, you know? So you only got like 5 channels on TV, and you didn't have, you know, I'm talking about like in the 50s, the 60s, probably the 70s. You only had a few channels. Is before MTV, and that was all you got. So like when they watched the moon landing back then in the 60s, that was the only information they had about that. So my point is, would you rather have just 3 outlets, like 3 main ones, and you just trust them, or would you rather be in the world that we live in today, right now, where everyone knows the news, and everybody's a journalist, and everybody's a critic, and everybody, you know, like it's a double-edged sword, I think, to some extent. And just in my opinion, oh, my dog Kira's a little nervous because we had a storm, so I'm just trying to comfort her a little bit there. Be all right, Pump. I think it's over. I think the storm's over, so I hope she chills out, but she's just a little bit nervous. But, you know, like when you get into that, it's the same as when people, like, would you rather have a 2-party system, you know, Democrat and Republican in America, or would you rather have 18 different you know, people to vote for? It's wild because they say that's what the primaries are for, and we all know how the primaries work. They don't really work out in anybody's favor, including Bernie Sanders. I mean, that's obvious. I mean, it worked out in his favor, but it didn't work out afterwards. So it's pretty much it doesn't matter what the primaries say when it comes to those 2 groups, that they can just choose whoever they really want to at the end of the day. So it's like, well, what was all the argument for? What was all the show for? What was it all for if you already knew at the end of the day Hillary Clinton's going to run? You know, I'm talking about 2016 is what I'm talking about. Man, the years fly by. I can't even keep up with the years. It's been too. I'm not going to go there. Anyway. So would you rather have this kind of culture where, like, it's a flood of information and or misinformation, or, you know, would you rather have the, like, daddy tell me, you know? Because that's how I feel like it was back in the day. Not that they had an option, but there's already some organizations, media organizations that we live with still to this day that are trying to buy up everything, like Disney. You know, Disney wants to own all the media too. I mean, clearly. That's why they bought Marvel, and that's why they bought Star Wars, and that's why it all stinks to high heaven now. You know, just in my opinion. Well, I mean, there's more reasons than that for sure, but monopolies don't really help a lot of things, in my opinion. So if I were to answer that question, I would say I would rather live now, where you kind of have to trust your gut instinct, but you're getting more information. And there is a problem with that, and I'm not saying there isn't. There's a lot of people I see online, or are famous, actually, you know. I'm not talking about like YouTubers like me. I'm talking about like Candace Owens. And there's this guy named Ian Carroll, who I used to respect them at one point, and now I can't listen to them. I feel like they've gone, like, I'm a conspiracy theorist, but once you start literally harming other people's lives and doing bad things with that, and you know that you're wrong, and you don't have a leg to stand on, but you know that you've got a following. This is my point. You can lie. I'm not saying they're lying. They say some outlandish things, but it's the entertainment value that keeps people coming back to them, not the truth. It's like a soap opera, or like a tabloid, what they call the National Enquirer, you know, at the checkout counter. That's what they are. It's exactly what they are. And nobody ever respected the National Enquirer. You walk by and it'd say, "Bad boy found," and it have they'd have some makeup on a kid on the front of the thing with bat ears, looking like Nosferatu, and then some people would buy it up, dude. People would buy it up, but most people, if you're in the right mind, you're not gonna see that and be like, "Oh, that's got to be real news." There's no Bat Boy. There might be, but it wasn't that one. You know what I mean? They're not gonna put that on a tabloid like that. So I guess it's I would rather have more voices than less voices, is what I'm saying. That's my whole point of this. Is I'd rather have more than less, and then you get to choose what you think is right or wrong. Mitch says we were born into the system that was created generations before. We had no choice. I mean, that's true. That is absolutely true. We don't like to admit it, but do we still have a choice? We still don't have a choice. We're still in that kind of. We still got places like Reddit, and people read Reddit. Tony knows what I say about Reddit. If you're on Reddit, you're a piece of shit. I'm on Reddit sometimes, so that makes me one. But yeah, I would rather have more voices, even if some of those are dumb and you can kind of figure that out on your own, rather than have someone else like Daddy tell me what to think. I'd rather think for myself than Daddy government tell me what to think, or Daddy money. Exactly, Tony, the Midnight Star. Great Weird Al song. Great Weird Al song. Actually, I have Tony already knows this, but I got tickets to see Weird Al this fall. I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's my first stream since I've had my surgery on my forehead. You probably couldn't notice it before I posted on my Instagram though, but I had a cyst on my forehead and they cut it out. I don't think I've streamed since I had that cut out. That was a fun time. 8 shots to the forehead and then 9 stitches. It didn't hurt that bad, to be honest, but it was a fun time. But I'm glad I can wear a hat again. It was getting rough. It was getting rough up there. I thought it was something more serious, but it was just a cyst. That's what it came back as too. They took it to the lab. It's like the size of a blueberry. Blueberries. Anyways, we got a lot of show tonight. I've already the monologue, I guess. Thank you for helping me out with the monologue, Mitz. I appreciate that. I didn't really know what I was going to say coming in, but that was fun. That was a fun intro point to the show. And we got a lot. I got a list of things. I don't think we're going to get to like all of it. I really don't, but I got a lot of things here. Let's start out with something fun. I've had this written down for a minute, so let's start out with something fun here. I'm going to have to look this one up real quick. So, again, I haven't been online for a minute, so, I mean, it might be some of this stuff might be a little dated, but not too bad. But, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen it all or not, so. Thunder's still rolling outside. And the thunder rolls and lightning strikes. Boom, boom, boom. Another love grows cold. I can't sing Garth Brooks. I'll get struck for that, bro. Let's take a look at this, a little bit of this video here as soon as the ad goes away. I'm cheap. I still got the StreamYard logo up there. I'm cheap. I'm not paying for any subscriptions out here. I'm cheap and broke, so I'm not paying for nothing, man. And you don't have to pay for this either. It's also free. So, I mean, there you go. Yeah, it's storming out there. So let's check this one out. I thought this was a funny one recently here. So this guy, Chase, he hired an Austin Powers impersonator just for himself. This right here is what I'm talking about. This guy just hired an Austin Powers impersonator. So from what I get, this impersonator is supposed to do parties. And it was just like one guy was like, let me just, if you got the money, if you're gonna waste money, I guess you can go gamble, but you're getting way more out of this for sure.
Hey,
You must be Chase, baby.
Welcome.
Oh, what a grip you have. You must live alone. Is this your swinging bachelor? Yeah?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, okay. So, yeah, where's the guest?
It's kind of just me.
So what you want me to do, like what I would do at a party?
Sure. Like whatever you do for a group setting is what I'm looking for.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Open the door and Austin comes in and there's usually music playing, the song.
Yes.
And I come in and say, oh yeah, man, yeah. So how's everybody today, man? This is great. It's so good. Oh, behave. Do I make you horny, baby? Do I? Do I make you dandy? Oh, I fell over. Oh,
It's so awkward.
Again. Yeah, and then well, let's see what else.
That's wait, no, that's I'm that yeah, I like that a lot.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, that's great.
Happy birthday, baby! Run around in your birthday suit.
We could
I know.
wait.
I have an idea. I could do like cheesy pickup lines.
Okay.
Please. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Would you mind helping?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
That's good.
You heard the term flop sweat, right? And
Yes.
I've got some.
Yes. Sure.
Sweaty and floppy. I'm gonna nickname you Linoleum Floor because I want to lay you just right and then walk all over you when we're done.
Yikes. It starts out good, and then he realizes there's not a party, and he doesn't know what to do because he doesn't have anyone to interact with. Gets real awkward there. Gets real awkward. The guy's doing a great impersonation, by the way. I mean, fantastic, but it gets pretty awkward.
Is that great? That's a good one.
I like that one. That one's good.
Oh, I'm not feeling myself today. Would you like to feel me?
He's now reading jokes off a phone. Like, if you got the whole bit, why not memorize some jokes? I mean, he's got it down. He could be the #1 Austin Powers impersonator in the world, but he's got to learn it. He's got to hone his craft a little bit. He's already purchased the outfit. He's got the hair. He's got the look. I wonder what this guy looks like when he's not doing the impersonation. I think that'd be interesting, and just who he is.
It's because you.
Yeah.
It seems like he's pretty insecure.
Yeah.
It's like you get it. Right?
Yes, that's good.
I could look better on paper, you know.
No, it's great.
Oh, you're so beautiful, baby. I could read you like a book.
I bet he's American. I'm not sure, but I bet this guy's American. Mike Myers is American. He does the the voice.
Preferably Braille. Because I'm feeling.
Yes, you want to feel them.
Okay. Oh.
You want to feel.
I want to. Yeah.
Like, imagine if he actually was English and then he just moved to America to do Austin Powers impressions, because it's harder to get work probably over there because everyone's got that voice.
Person.
I'm reading her like a.
Yes.
It's really. I think it's rather misogynistic, but it might be good. Anyway,
We've been there though.
How long do you think you would allow this man in your house? You invited him over, you paid him, and then it gets to 3 minutes in, and you're like, ooh, maybe this wasn't the best idea. He could probably rob me, you know. He is the international man of mystery. We're not going to finish the whole video. If you want to see the whole thing, it just gets more awkward and boring. That's all that happens with the rest of that video. I swear. I think he sits down on the couch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awkward because I don't know her.
Yeah.
This guy does live alone. He looks like he has way more than that, which is kind of weird. It looks like he lives in a family house. There's a lot of, or he just loves Baby Yoda. You know, I bet right up there. I bet that on the shelf right there that you see where my pointer is. I bet that's a Crosley record player. Crosley. I'm pretty sure that's a Crosley. That's a no-no. That if you're into vinyl, that is a no-no. That's a big. If you own a vinyl collection and then you have a Crosley record player, all credibility out the window. You can't be both. You know what I mean? You literally can't. You can't be a vinyl collector and also have a Crosley record player. It just doesn't work that way. If you're saying why, Hoff, well, it's because Crosley record players are horrible. They don't spin at the right speed, so your music's not going to be in tune, and they scratch your records up. They're cheap and they look cool, so it's like shiny object to a barracuda. You know, people will swim to it. Oh, record player, $60, and it comes with a CD player, a cassette player, and then a radio too. It's got a Cuisinart. But you know, I've made the same mistake. That's how I know. But the difference between me and other people is I corrected my mistake. That's what people like me and Dick Jones do. We erase our mistakes. Not sure if you're still here, Mitz, but if you are, don't take offense to this next one. Don't take offense to this next one. This is Cycling Carnage as female rider is catapulted over barrier. And Nightmare. Multi-woman crash at San Remo. Nightmare. Multi-woman crash. Nightmare. They're on bicycles. Did I watch NASCAR today? They did 300 laps at one of the hardest tracks. There it is. They did 300 laps in one of the hardest tracks, and there was only like 2 spin outs. This is what happens.
À la faute.
Oh là là,
Hop,
oh
hop,
là
hop, le suraccident. Attention.
Holy.
Oh non.
You went
L'image terrible, elle est
over.
passée par-dessus le
C'est pas
parapet.
possible, c'est pas possible.
Oh non.
Oh là là.
They're
Et
just,
Vadoma qui est parti à la faute.
Oh là
Hop,
là.
hop.
they're just bicycles. They're just bicycles. How fast they go? Like 15, 20?
Hop, hop, le suraccident. Attention.
Oh!
Oh
Let's watch this
non.
again.
Attention.
She flops like a fish, and this other one goes head first. Luckily, wearing a helmet, not protecting much, but straight into that guardrail.
Attention. Oh non. L'image terrible, elle est passée par-dessus le
C'est pas
parapet.
possible, c'est pas possible.
Oh non.
Oh là là.
The announcers are even better. Let's watch that again.
Et Vadoma qui est parti à la faute.
Oh là
Hop,
là.
hop,
Oh my
le
gosh!
surac-
I didn't even know the first one that went over. I saw her the first time, but now it looks way more violent.
Et Vadoma qui est parti à la faute.
Oh là
Oh,
là.
just
Hop,
couldn't
le
stop.
suraccident.
Couldn't slow down at 4 miles an hour. Just couldn't slow down.
Attention! Oh non!
Dead.
L'image terrible.
Dead. She's dead. And if she's not, which I don't think, I think she'll be all right. She probably got a couple bruises. But the embarrassment is going to be just too much for her to recover from.
Elle est passée par-dessus le parapet.
C'est pas possible, c'est pas
Oh,
possible.
and she's still down there Twitch.
Oh là là.
One more time. I love this video. One more time.
Et Vadoma qui est parti à la faute.
Wham!
Oh,
Wham!
hop, hop, le suraccident.
They just couldn't stop.
Oh non! L'image terrible, elle est passée par-dessus le
C'est pas
parapet.
possible, c'est pas possible.
Oh non!
It's like they were going so fast they couldn't brake. 4 miles an hour. Upwards of wind speeds. You know, maybe 10. Maybe 10. What's up, Peter? How you doing, man? If you're just joining us, watch this again here.
Et Vadoma qui est parti à la faute.
Love this
Oh
video.
là
Hop,
là.
hop,
Bam!
hop, le suraccident.
Then you can't stop.
Oh non! L'image terrible, elle est passée par-dessus le parapet.
They're not even going fast, dude. They're going so slow. Holy crap. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing for humanity. Like, imagine showing an alien from a different planet this and being like, this is what our species is
Et
about.
Vadoma qui est parti à la faute.
Oh là là,
Hop,
oh
hop,
là là.
hop, le suraccident. Attention! Oh non! L'image terrible, elle est passée par-dessus le
C'est pas
parapet.
possible, c'est
I'm
pas
like,
possible.
what the hell is wrong with your people? I'm like, I don't know. You get a bunch of morons on bicycles. You know I hate bicycles. If you've ever watched Hoffcast in your life, you know I hate bicycles. You know I hate bicyclists. Can't stand them. I think they're the scum of the earth. I have a huge grudge against people who ride bicycles. I can't stand them. You know, I think you're bitch. You know, if you ride a bicycle, I think you're bitch. And that's just the way it is. There's no change in my mind about that. And I can't stand the way that people who ride bicycles when I'm driving my car think they have the right of way, which they do. They do. But man, it's like, you clearly aren't trying to get to your job on that thing. So let me get there, you know, out of my way. As soon as you hit one, everyone gets upset. You know, as soon as you run over one, everybody gets real mad at you. It's like, well, come on. I didn't think it was that serious. You know, get out of the way. They even have their own lanes. Which I'm fine with that. We should segregate. If you're a normal human being, you should segregate from someone who rides a bicycle. Because you don't want to know anyone like that. You don't want to know anybody who's riding a bicycle, bro. You don't. Because you know why they're riding a bicycle? I'll give you a few reasons here. None of them are good. Number one, they're homeless. Not good. Number two, they're trying to save the environment. It's not helping. I'm sure, you know, go get some paper straws while you're at it. Number three, you're an old person trying to stay in shape. Those are like the main three when it comes to people who buy. None of them are good. None of them are good. Those old people who wear the skin tight suits and the helmets that come to a point in the back like they're aerodynamic. What are we doing out here? What are we doing out here, old people? Like, you can do that in your own home, but they buy the outfits and they buy the bikes and they ride around so people can see them. Yes, they can afford an elliptical in their own home. They're not going out there doing it because they want to get some fresh air. They hate everybody. They hate everybody. They want everyone to see them. That's what it is. They're the most arrogant people on the planet as well. People who ride bicycles. Arrogant, entitled, disgusting, just wastes of space. people who ride bicycles. I mean, I think they should be put in camps. I'm just saying it. I'm saying it now. We should put them into camps. Yeah, Peter says when I was on two wheels because I was poor. I mean, that's understandable. You weren't homeless though. I mean, right? Gas is going up now too. Gas is going up. Because of the war. I don't even know what's going on with that. You know, I'm pretty easy on Trump here, but with the war, I got some problems with that. I think a lot of people do. For one, gas prices. Two, I don't know why. I mean, I guess they've been saying we've been trying to get Iran for like years now. You know, they've said we've been trying to get Iran for years, but nobody wants to do it, and then Trump does it, and it's like I called this before Trump even got into office. I said Trump's gonna invade Iran. He's gonna bomb Iran even before he got into office. I don't remember if I said that on Hoffcast or not. I'm not sure if it's on record, but I did say that. And sure enough, here we are today. And one of the big problems, it's affecting automotive. And that's the problem I have with it. It's affecting F1 races, right, Tony? They can't have F1 races out there in the sands because they're afraid there's going to be bombs dropped while it's like, man, I was in the lead. Why'd they have to drop a bomb now? It always happens when I'm in the lead. And then obviously because the gas prices are going way up. And that was one thing I praised Trump on for quite a while, was his ability to keep gas prices down. And then he invades Iran. I thought the whole reason I thought one of the reasons, they didn't say this, but I thought one of the big reasons that we took the guy from Venezuela and went there was I thought we were going to get the oil, and then the oil was going to make it cheaper, the gas cheaper. So I was kind of like, let's do it. By the way, even though Trump captured Maduro, Joe Biden, look it up, this is true. Joe Biden is the one who put a $25 million bounty on his head. So, you know what I mean? Is government just, two sides of the same coin? Two wings of the same bird? You know what I mean? So I thought gas prices were going to go down. And I was like, yeah, if that means ruining Venezuela, I'm for saving a buck. Why do I care about Venezuela? They got spiders there that I don't want them near me. So let's just bomb all the spiders, kill all the spiders, make sure they never come here. You ever seen arachnophobia? That's where that spider came from, was Venezuela. And that thing was this thing. It was the size of a bicycle tire. Oh, Tony, I'm being cringy. I'm sorry, man. I'll try not to be cringy. I'm sorry if I'm being cringy. I didn't realize I was doing that. But thanks for the honesty. Appreciate the honesty. Maybe you're not talking about me. I don't know you to be that honest. But if you've had a couple drinks or something, I appreciate the honesty. I'm sorry to be cringy. Yikes. I don't even know what to say about that. Damn, Tony. I'm sorry I'm cringy, dude. That kind of hurts. Anyways, I didn't know when you turned on me. He said Aston was cringy. I don't even know what that. Maybe you're not talking about me, but I don't know what Aston is. Is that a word? Anyways, let's check out this video because I was doing this whole lead up. Oh, Austin was cringy. Austin was cringy. I don't know what is. I'm still lost. Who's Austin? You got me, Tony. You got me on this one, man. I have no clue what you're talking about. But anyways, first of all, you made me think I was being cringy, and then you say Austin. Oh, Austin Powers is cringy. Okay. Sorry, that was a while ago. I'm sorry. I completely, that was way out of my mind at that point. That was like beyond out of my mind. Are you live right now, or are you behind a little bit? Because that was a while ago. Clearly, you're not behind because you're reading my comment and you're responding to my comments here. But yeah, the Austin was cringy for sure, man. I thought you were calling me cringy. I was like, dang, dude. I know you're honest, but I didn't know you're that honest. Oh, man. But yeah, the Austin Powers was cringy for sure. Oh, he was off live and adjusted. All good, bro. All good. Because I was confused there. I was like, I know I'm cringy, but you don't have to say it. Like, Hand the Seeds, what's up, brother? How you doing? What's going on? My apologies, Tony. We were both off there a little bit, so I didn't know what was going on. But I do know I'm cringy. I was just like, dang, dude, you're just straight up giving me the business tonight. Anyways, speaking of gas prices, this next video, amazing, to quote Jesse Peterson there. Female trucker. We're gonna discuss it all. Here, let me bring it up. Female trucker goes full meltdown at $4.99 diesel. Starts twerking at the gas pump, and the internet questions if she even should be driving a big rig. I'm guessing we're the internet. I'm guessing we're the internet, and we should be questioning, I guess. Oh, Peter said YouTube started the stream halfway back for some reason. I noticed and clicked live. That's weird. That's kind of odd. Maybe that's a me problem, not a you problem. I don't know. But apologies if that was something on my end there. Yeah, apologies if that was on my end. But anyways, look at the woman here. If we just go by what we're looking at right now on the screen, it says female trucker. And if we are to assume that the woman in the pink dress is the female trucker, I've seen this video, I already know. But if we are to assume that she's the female trucker, then where's her earpiece? You know, they all wear the trucker hat, the earpiece. I imagine she's not, if she is a female trucker, if this is true, that she is not on duty today. She doesn't have to haul nothing. I mean, she's hauling something, but she's hauling ass, and not the same way I'm talking, or you think. But she got dressed up to make a video apparently, and let's see how she feels about this, about the high gas prices.
Y'all done raised fuel prices up. Fuel y'all crazy? What is going on? What is going on? I'm tired of this. I'm tired. I just got back into trucking and y'all done raised the fuel prices so high. Are y'all crazy? This shit don't make no sense. This don't make no fucking sense. I'm pissed. I'm pissed and I'm going off for all of y'all. It's all of y'all fault. Dang. Like, y'all see this sign? This sign says $4.99 a gallon. This is what trucking has come to? Shit.
Let me say something. And I think I have a valid point here. The only reason she made this video was to show off her ass. How many times does she turn around this video and look, she got that big thing on her. You know what I mean? How many times does she turn around this video?
Fuel prices up. Fuel prices is up. I just got back into the business and y'all done raised the freaking fuel prices up. Y'all done raised the prices up. $5 a gallon for fuel? Are y'all crazy? Are y'all crazy? What is going on? What is going on? I'm tired of this. I'm tired. I just got back into trucking and y'all done raised the fuel prices so high.
She just got back into trucking, by the way. I'm guessing she was stripping before this. We're at 6.
Crazy?
7.
This shit don't make no sense. This don't make no fucking sense. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. And I'm going off for all of y'all. It's all of y'all fault.
8.
Dang. Like, y'all see this sign? This sign says $4.99 a gallon. This is what trucking has come to?
That's what trucking's come to. 9. She turned around 9 times. She turned around 9 times. Oh, Peter, she did let it all out. Let me tell you, man. But I think she's just trying to get out of trucking and back into stripping. So this is her way of showing off her assets. She built fine, whatever, you know, she built fine. But the lashes are pretty rough. Am I wrong? The lashes are yeah. At least she doesn't have that weird hairdo that a lot of black women do where they like, it looks like they twirl it and they glue it to their foreheads. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? That hairstyle, it looks like they got these, like it's like, imagine I were to take super glue and then take my hair and like spin it around in circles and then glue it to my forehead. Like, you see a lot of black women doing that nowadays. I don't even know how that works. It looks like it takes too much time and the outcome is not good. That's just an opinion. Simply an opinion. But all that aside, this is ridiculous. This is a grown woman, and she pulled up in front of a sign so she could get out of her car, film herself screaming by the side of the road, and gets nothing done, by the way. And you know when someone's like fake mad, they're not even really mad, but they're trying to hype themselves up to be mad. This is it. Like, this is definitely the definition of fake mad.
And y'all done raised the fuel prices so high? Are y'all crazy?
See, like that's fake anger, in my opinion. Like, I agree. I'm not happy about gas prices. I'm not. But I'm not going to pull over on the side of the road and film myself screaming at a sign. Also, I don't have a big ass, so I couldn't turn around 9 times and get views doing that, you know. But this seems, I'm saying it right now, this is a mental illness, and this woman does not belong behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler. This woman, if this is fake anger, she's still angry. and she does not need to be behind the wheel of a vehicle of a. How many tons do they weigh? Tons of tons. You know, no need to be behind the wheel when there's other people on the road and you're driving something that's that powerful. What if she gets mad at a sign while she's driving that thing? What if she gets this mad at another sign? What if she sees Arby's is closed? You know, and then she just gets really pissed off and she's like, fuck Arby's. And she just crashes off the road. You know, I used Arby's. I should have said, never mind. I'm not going to go that route. You can make your own ... there. You can play along at home. Yeah. Yeah, Pierce said, does she check her slack adjusters and that get up? I mean, there's no oil on that pink dress. And Peter also says, see, when you drive truck, you have to crawl underneath your truck every day and check your brakes for the right amount of slack on every axle. Well, she'd have a hard time getting underneath the truck with that ass, you know. She couldn't get all the way up in there, I bet. But I bet she was a hell of a stripper. You know. She's probably past her time. She probably had a couple kids, and she had to go into truck driving. And I don't know. I mean, I'm just assuming she was a stripper. If I were a betting man, I would put a lot of money on it. I would go all in on that. She was previously a stripper. I would go all in on that. But yeah. It's all about getting attention is the point of this whole thing. What I'm saying is it's all about getting attention. Speaking of trucks and truckers, I got another one. We're doing good segues tonight. We're doing good segues, and I want to thank you all for being here. I gotta look up this article because I just saw it on my phone. So let me type this in real quick here. And then I should be able to find it. But if I didn't bring it up, you wouldn't believe me. Because I didn't believe it when I read it. Let's see if this is it here. Well, I could read it. I could read it on my phone, but I can't read it on here. We'll find a way. I'm not paying $1 for an article. They can go. They can get lost. I'm not paying $1 for any fake news. Let's see. Why I can read it on my phone, but I can't read it on here. So I guess you'll have to take my word for it this time, because they're gonna try to make me pay money to read this article, and I ain't trying to do that, you know. See if this one works. Nope. All right. So I read it on my phone, but apparently I don't know how I got by with it on my phone. I don't pay for any news articles. Regardless, I was reading an article, and because I'm obviously a big hockey fan, I'm a big Columbus Blue Jackets fan. It was an article about Nationwide Arena, which is the arena that the Blue Jackets play. And it was talking about how it's getting older, and it's not that old, but it's getting older and it needs renovations. And they're talking about they have a lot of big names that come there, a lot of, famous musicians. And what it says here, they're talking about how they want to upgrade it and everything. I wish I could show you the article because if you couldn't see it, I mean, like I said, it's hard for me to believe. It says they want to elevate it, they want to make it better, and it says one essential operational feature is the loading deck, the entry port in and out of Nationwide Arena, a part of the building that only work crews and superstars ever see. Currently, it has 4 loading bays for semi-tractors to unload stage sets, video, and lighting equipment for acts like Paul McCartney and his Got Back tour. Here it is, which used more than 20 semis when it appeared on November 8th, 2025. Paul McCartney is riding with 20 semis. 20, bro. Why can't that black woman find her a job driving for Paul McCartney? You know? But if you think that's crazy, just wait. It gets crazier. You're going to love this, bosses. You're going to love this. Taylor Swift tours use a reported, if I'm lying, I'm dying. I'll show you right here. 90 semis. I don't know if you can see the phone. Probably not. Nah, you can't really see that. It's right there. 90 semis. Taylor Swift, 90 semis for this bitch to sing a song. Bro, I've been in bands. You pack the car or van as tight as you can. Sometimes you got to take 2 cars because you don't have a van. And everyone's just cramped in there. And you got all your stuff. But in order for Taylor Swift to fucking lip sync a bunch of bubblegum pop music, it takes 90 semi-trailers for that bitch to get around and sing a song. That's insane. 90. I'm sure like 50 of them are for merch. You know what I mean? Like she sells merch like crazy. Like apparently, like whenever her shows, she comes to town and she has a show, that they set up the merch tents like 2 days in advance. And then there's a line that's like 3 miles long to get to her merch. So they can buy a Taylor Swift t-shirt that you can just buy online and have it shipped to your house like in no time. But people would rather stand in line. Dude, there's even reports of Taylor Swift fans, I'm sure you heard this, wearing diapers to stand in the merch lines and to be front of the, front row for her shows. 90 semis. What's up, Jim? How you doing, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you tonight. Glad you could make it here. What do you think of that, Jim? Yeah, he said 1 is for makeup. 1's for costumes. 1 just hauls all the witches. Have you ever seen her? You ever seen clips of her shows? She does rituals with witches at her show. You know what I mean? Yeah, Peter said, man, the cost of diesel for Paul McCartney. If Paul McCartney only had 20. I thought 20 was crazy. Taylor Swift's carrying another 70 trailers with her. That's more trailers, dude. I watch NASCAR. There's only 36 drivers in NASCAR. So there's 36 semis that go to the track. Taylor Swift is carrying more than double what NASCAR, all of NASCAR is carrying in a weekend. Taylor Swift is bringing double that. And man, I'm not saying, I don't know this factually. I'm not saying she did 90 semis per show. Maybe there's like, she does 40 here and then she's got the other 40 at another show and a few are in repair or whatever, they're at the shop. I don't know, but that's just insane to me. Pepper LaRue, what's up from scenic Gary, Indiana? I love it. I love it. Cheers. Cheers to you. I hope it's all doing well in Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana is probably not looking all too bad anymore compared to the rest of the world. And people in Gary got to be like, it's not as bad as we thought. Jim says one is to holler ego. Definitely agree. Jeez, man. Yeah, Tony says Clarence Boddicker, which is leave. Now Pepper says, oh no, it's still bad. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Prayers for Gary, Indiana. Without getting copyright struck, let me see if I can find one of these Taylor Swift witch rituals. Not on Yahoo. I'm not going to find it. I can't believe Yahoo, dude. I reset everything and now I'm on Yahoo again. It's like I went back in time to. Who knows when. Let's just take a look at this video. Why not? Let's just take a look at this video. We'll watch a couple minutes of it. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. I didn't know if anyone would be here, so I do appreciate you so much. I know I don't really have a schedule anymore. I just kind of pop in, so I do appreciate you for being here. Let's take a look at this video. Let me share this tab instead. Let's see what's going on here. It's from Online Ministries.
She got a golden thread. What does that represent in the Gnostic
Oh, they're
world?
going deep.
Well, this is a Gnostic website, so this is of the enemy camp. This is not what we believe here at RSC, but this is
not what I was looking for. That's definitely not what I was looking for. That's definitely not what I was looking for at all. He was going to go deep, though. I'm sure if you get real high, that would be a fun one to watch. Just go straight to YouTube. Maybe they just took him down, for all I know. It looks like they've been taken down. I've seen the footage before. I think they took him down, man. That's kind of interesting. Here's one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got something here. Let's take a look. Former pop singer accuses Taylor Swift of including demonic rituals. Oh, I thought I hit share score. And there we go.
An Irish former pop star who says he, quote, used to be very into satanic stuff, has accused Taylor Swift of performing satanic rituals during her shows. Shane Lynch, who was a member of the popular boy band Boyzone and now a born-again Christian, recently told the Irish newspaper Sunday World that such satanic displays are common among musicians, including Taylor Swift. Lynch specifically called out Taylor Swift.
That's what I'm talking about. Look how she's dressed there. Look at that. Witches are real, man. Like, whether you want to believe it or not, witches are real, and she's the main bitch, dude. Like, it's her and Lady Gaga. I think they're fighting it out, but she's like supposed to be the good witch, and Lady Gaga's supposed to be the bad witch, you know.
quote, one of the biggest artists in the world for including demonic rituals in her shows, even beyond witch themes. He continued, quote, you go to one of her shows and she has 2 or 3 different demonic rituals to do with the pentagrams on the ground, to do with all sorts of stuff on her stage. He added that to a lot of people, that's just art, and that's how they're seeing it.
It's not.
According to LifeSite News, the former pop star warned that satanic and dark music is being directed, quote, at our children from the very beginning to get them to sway away from anything godly, anything controlled or disciplined. He added it's getting wilder and wilder out there for a reason. I could see that. To read more on this topic, go to lifesitenews.com. Controlled or disciplined.
This is all true. This is all true. This is all 100% true. This is completely factual, by the way. This is not conspiracy theory or speculation. It is all satanic, trying to get kids away from God. That's what it is. These people, they're godless. Why do you think you can't? Look, I don't watch award shows anymore. But when people win awards, do they ever thank God? Nah. Not that God cares, clearly. I mean, God's not like, there's your award, buddy. You're welcome. But they're not of God. Like, you're not. It's not the fact that that it's absent. It's the fact that they're not allowed to. And if you do thank God, or if you are sincere in that, they'll throw your ass out. They'll throw your ass out in a heartbeat, you know? Jim says, my favorite Taylor Swift moment was the look on her face when everyone in the football stadium booed her. I mean, that was a great moment. Like, she finally got a taste, man, that, like, yeah, all of her fans show up for her 90 semis, you know, full of merch. But they're all brainwashed. You know what I mean? People in the real world, they don't care. They don't care about her. Oh, I think me and Tony were talking about this recently. And like, I don't even know any of her songs, but I've heard like 3 of them, and they all suck. Objectively, not even opinionated. It's just not good. It's bad. You know what I mean? It's. I don't know. I was going to say comparing it to like eating McDonald's compared to like a nice steakhouse, but even that's an insult to McDonald's. Taylor Swift's music is like the McFlurry machine of McDonald's. You might go there wanting it, but once you get there, it's like, it's broken. Sorry. You know, it's broken. Maybe not the best metaphor, but you know what I'm saying. Mitch says, don't forget about Beyonce. Beyonce is crazy. She might actually be Queen Witch, Mitch. She might actually be the queen of the Queen Witches. She calls herself Queen, I believe. I believe she calls herself that. Beyonce, there's so much there. I mean, I could do a whole show on Beyonce, man. She's about as evil as it gets, and you want to talk about sellouts? There's who knows what that bitch has seen. Who knows? Pepper says, Hoff, you're looking very Dale Earnhardt-ish tonight. Look, that's the biggest compliment I've got all year. Thank you so much. That is the biggest compliment I've had all year. I want to thank you, Pepper, for that. I appreciate that. That made my night, honestly. That did, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. As a big race fan, you know, raise hell, praise Dale. Mitch says cookie cutter drivel type music. Yeah, it's almost like I feel like these artists were using AI to write their music before AI was around to write our music. So what I'm saying is, hear me out. We all know that there's technologies that aren't released to the public, because if the public were to have the technology, it would be in the wrong hands. It's amazing we are even allowed to have cell phones. and everyone gets one. But but we all know why. It's for surveillance, clearly. So if it's not for their benefit, then they won't let us have it. And the songs that are coming out made by AI now, they sounded like the past 10 years of pop music. So in my opinion, these companies have already probably had some sort of access to AI. And, everyone's like, oh, Taylor Swift writes her own music. Yeah, she's probably been using Sora or whatever. Yeah, whatever it's called, Chat GPT for the past 10 years. She's got so much money, she's bought into it. I know I'm theorizing here. That's what we do. That's the show. We theorize. No factual evidence to support this, just to be clear. But in my opinion, her songs sound like they were written by AI now, which is not good. You guys have probably heard AI songs. They can almost get away with it. They're very close, but I can tell. If you want to talk about AI a little bit, if you want to get into that, and speaking of whether or not you can tell what is AI or not at this point, well, then that's a good conversation. A lot of old people are getting fooled by AI. Their eyes aren't good, so they see something online and they just automatically think it's real. Like there was this here, let me find this video. Let's see if I can find this video here real quick. Yeah, this one right here. Okay, here we go. Well, I don't know if this is the right one or not. I thought it was. Let me see first. So let's check this out here. No, that's not the right, but that's a dumb video. I can't show that one. I mean, I wish I'd save these things whenever I first see them, but holy moly, dude, I swear, like, I wish I could find this video. Like, this is what I searched isn't even what I came across something completely different while I was searching that. Dang, okay. Dang, I mean, I'm sorry to stall here. I was just kind of looking over some things because I was trying to find something else, and yeah, I apologize that I'm stalling right now. Basically, there is yeah, that's not at all what I was looking for. But there was a video of Dolly Parton, and it was AI, and she was basically it was all these videos of her saying things that she never did before. But what I came across was this. Messy AI photo of Dolly Parton's deathbed. This is from 5 months ago. Sparks outrage from country icon. Reba McEntire, a crazy looking broad, has been forced to speak out against AI pictures showing her at Dolly Parton's deathbed after the singer's sister asked for fans for prayers. So I guess Dolly's probably not doing well. And then someone posted a picture of her on right here. Look at that. You're out there dying. I'm out here having a baby. So And that's supposed to be Dolly Parton right there on the deathbed. And there's Reba. Wild, man. And they're laughing about it from what I'm reading here. It says, make your own AI and shake the AI demons up. But Reba had to say something about it. Here comes Dale. There's the real Dale Earnhardt right here. That's the real Dale Earnhardt. Yeah, buddy. Man, that's wild. I never heard about that. So apparently, like, people were using AI to Photoshop Dolly Parton on her like she's dying because her sister said she needed prayers. I never even heard about that one. The other one, I was just looking up Dolly Parton AI because I saw this video about a month ago where someone had used AI to make Dolly saying, I think it was a bunch of anti-war stuff, you know? So that's pretty wild. Mitt says Taylor Swift going to try and be a trad wife now. Bever says Ring doorbells are also government surveillance. You're not wrong there. I have this right here. This, what I'm pointing at is a pet camera. It's for pets. I use it whenever I'm like at work or if I'm out and I can keep an eye on my dog and my cat. Little Dale here. Look at that guy. Holy moly, look at that face. But I know what it's really for. A big reason I wanted mine is because I don't know if you guys remember, but what was it, about a year and a half ago? Was it about a year and a half ago, I'd say? My apartment got broken into. And so I figured if I have a camera here that can record things, if someone breaks in here again, and worst case scenario, hopefully it was like a 1 in a million thing and it never happens again in my life. But once it happens once, you get real paranoid. So if it were to ever happen again, someone breaks into my home, I have a camera that's going to show it. And if I have to bang, bang, if I have to do that, well, then I got it to where I have proof that someone broke into my home, and that's what I had to do. And because next time someone breaks in here, I'm not running, baby. Daddy's not running. Not a second time. No. I'm not. The cops are going to be called after the fact next time if it ever happens again. Hopefully it never happens again. But if it were to happen again, I got the camera. Someone's going to be bloody. It ain't going to be me. And I need to have evidence of that. That's just the way it goes. And Pepper says Taylor Swift might be a robot. Well, maybe that's why she needs so many semis, the repair equipment, the different robots. Instead of changing outfits, they just have a different Taylor Swift come on for each song, probably. Maybe that's what's going on there. It says AI helps portray comedy, but I hate AI. The music video is funny, though. I'll check that out later. I probably can't show that. Even when I think I can show stuff here on Hoffcast, even when I show videos that I'm like, there's no way. I still get copyrights on them somehow. They always find a way. They always find a way to try to take a little bit from me, and that's just the way the world goes. Everyone's got the hands in the pockets, man. Jim says a fembot. Got guns in her jublies. Speaking of Austin Powers, there we go. We showed an Austin Powers impersonator at the beginning of the show, so that's why I was referencing that. All right, we have a lot more to get into. Oh, Mitz, I saw that one. I've already seen it. Juhost, I've already seen it. It's got Trump and it's like Rammstein. Yeah, I was telling Tony about that the other night. Yeah, I've seen that video. I mean, I've heard it. Yeah, I definitely don't want to play that on my show. Whether I agree or disagree with it, I don't think I want to show it. Rammstein would definitely get me for that. No doubt. And let's see, we got another video here. I don't know anything about this guy, but it's a fun video. I have no idea who this guy is. There's so many famous streamers now. It's like everybody's famous except me. So, Juhosh Mish. This is a streamer who said yes to being slapped, calls police moments later. Woman arrested as nightclub stunt sparks outrage. So apparently this guy says things online that people don't like. I can relate. And someone confronted him in real life. And he's rich enough where he's got a entourage. Where if this were me in real life, I would just have to take it. You know, there's nothing I could do about it. But this guy, this woman gets mad at him. He does nothing. She gets really upset, hits him. You'll see what happens. I gotta mute that. That's Britney Spears music, and that's gonna be copywritten. Here we go. Here's where it starts getting good.
Women deserve rights?
Like which one, dude? You have to clarify.
Like all women. You said all women don't deserve rights?
Like
What is wrong with you for that?
Like which one?
He said women don't deserve rights, is what he said online, I believe, on a stream. And this woman's very upset about it. Holy shit, Treston Meekum, what is up? What is up, man? It's been a while. Oh, yeah, we're going full out Blue Jackets right now, man. We're making a playoff run. Playoffs. Oh, playoffs?
What is hell?
Well, like, can you clarify what you mean?
It's just, you were raised by a mother.
Well, like,
you know all women deserve rights. Not just fucking you,
well,
man.
like which one? Like which right? Like the right to vote? Like, can you explain like what you mean? Like which right?
All women deserve the right to vote. Are you kidding me?
I'm asking you to clarify. What's your
I don't want to punch you. Fine, vote.
Hold on. Before we go any further, let's rewind. Before we go any further, so this guy allegedly said women shouldn't have rights. And he's a streamer. Okay, so he's got opinions. Mitz, no offense, I hate the Sabres. Probably my least favorite team in the NHL. I've seen the Blue Jackets play the Sabres probably 10 times in my life, and the fans are always the rudest fans in the world. I'm sorry, just they are rude when they come to our arena where Taylor Swift needs 90 semis. But good luck to the Sabres. They're having a year. They're finally having a year. Good luck to them. I hate the Sabres. More than the Penguins, believe it or not. Mitz, we are mortal enemies now. Hopefully we can overlook our hockey differences and still be friends. I'm just saying they're the rudest. I'm not saying you're rude. I'm saying in general, they're the rudest fans that come into our rink. They suck. They're not polite, and they've never won. Neither are the Jackets, but still. But all right, let's get back to the point here. So this woman is getting mad at this guy And this guy's saying that women don't deserve rights, which I'm not sure what rights he's talking about. Maybe voting. Yeah, Mitz, we'll drop the gloves. We'll drop them. Let's go. Fisticuffs. Me and you right now, Mitz. Let's go. Seriously though, good luck to your team though. I'm serious about the fans being rude, but nothing personal there. Tristan says, I invented a new sport and an alternate theory to dark matter. Holy moly, you've been busy, bro. You've been busy. Amazing. Anyways, let's get back to this again. I'm getting distracted here. You guys are awesome. So this woman is mad at this streamer. She recognizes him. He said women don't deserve rights. Again, I'm not sure what rights. Voting. What other rights? Is it just voting? Driving, maybe. Singing. But anyways, her aggression towards this guy who actually, here's my point, holds no power over this woman. He literally holds zero power over this woman. Just because he says something doesn't make it true. Just because he has an opinion, just because he believes that women shouldn't have rights, it doesn't mean that automatically women's rights go away. That's an opinion. It's a thought based against reality. And this drunk bitch here, she can't figure that out, and she gets herself all worked up. So let's watch the rest of the video.
Like which
Oh, but it's not the right to vote. Are you kidding me?
I'm asking you to clarify. What's your
I don't want to punch you. I won't.
You don't want to what?
I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face, bitch.
Go ahead.
I am.
Go ahead.
So now she's threatening violence. And look, by the way, she says, I'm going to punch you in the face. She said, I'm going to effing punch you in the face. Calls him a bitch. And the best part of this, I paused this on the perfect screen. I paused this on the perfect screen. Look at her fist. She looks like Bill Clinton trying to lie about smoking weed. I did not inhale. He looks like Bill Clinton, or she looks like Bill Clinton lying about the sex scandal. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Like, that's not a fist. So, I'm not being anti-woman here at all. I'm just pointing out a stupid person right now. That's not how you make a fist, especially if you're threatening somebody. This woman has never been in a fight in her life. She doesn't know what a punch is. She's never been punched. That's a good thing, unless it's by another woman. But women don't know how to throw a punch, in general. Like, I'm not trying to be sexist here. Again, I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm sure Mitz could throw a punch. She watches hockey. I'm sure she knows how to throw a punch. But little daddy's girls like this is what I'm talking about. Little daddy's girls. They get drunk and then they go threaten people. And this woman literally thinks this guy has power over her. Do you know why he has power over her? Do you know why this guy has power over her? It's very simple. Because she allowed it. Do you know what I'm saying? The fact that this woman is getting so upset about this guy's opinion, whether you agree with it or not, I don't necessarily do. But whether you agree with it or not, this woman is allowing him to have power over her now, and that's affecting her emotions. Oh, she's wasted.
You don't have to talk to that.
You can't say women don't deserve rights.
He says you can't say that women don't deserve rights. Yeah, you can say it all day. I can say it right now. Women don't deserve rights. I don't necessarily agree with that. Voting. But Just because you say something doesn't make it. This guy's not a politician. He doesn't make the laws. He's just like me, I guess. He's just way more famous. He's a streamer. And he said that women don't deserve rights. And now this woman says, you can't say that. Freedom of speech. He can say whatever the fuck he wants. It's America. You know? And you can disagree with him. But she does the one thing that you can't do. And you do not have the right to do. So if women want to say something about having rights, you don't have the right to do this, bitch. Oh my. You see her wind up? Jim says he might just be saying women only have left. She says, can I slap you? She goes from fist to open hand. She can't even do the fist. She probably hurt it on his jaw, honestly. Her hand would probably hurt worse than his jaw. But you can't. Here's the thing. I think she goes, can I slap you? And he says, yes. Which I don't know if you can press charges if you say yes. I'm guessing you still can. Does anyone have an opinion on this in the chat? Say you're arguing with someone and in the heat of the moment, she goes, can I slap you? And you're like, yeah. And then she does. We'll see what happens. But I want to hear from the chat because I don't know. If you say yes to getting hit, can you still press charges? Oh, baby. This is the epitome of everything that's wrong with culture in America. Everything. What you're seeing right here, this image of this woman is what is wrong with everything. She does a little heart afterwards and that fake smile. You know how the lefties, every time they're trying to like be sarcastic about a video or on a short or a TikTok or something, they're sarcastic like, oh, I'm glad you voted for Trump. We're all dead now. Yay. And they all smile and they're psychopaths. They're psychos. They're not right in the head. They're fucked in the head. They ain't right. Here's the best part. He goes, I'm going to sue you.
I'm going to sue your entire family.
Wait for it, bosses. Wait for it. We haven't even got to the end yet. Wait for it.
I'm going to sue you. You're getting sued for assault. I'm going to press charges on you.
I'm going to press charges.
Hey, hold your ear, call the police. Hold your ear, call the police. Hold her, get the police. Hey, grab her.
What's up? What happened? Look.
Get her. Call the police. Go, get the police, please.
Can I get a picture with you?
Police. Call the police. That's all. He's laughing. Yeah, call the police. Charges.
All the other bitches want pictures with him. They're like, yeah, we'll give up our rights to get a picture with you.
Can I get another?
There's a lot to unpack here. I for one thing, I think it makes him look like a bear. I think it makes this mama's boy right here look like a bear. When as soon as he gets slapped, he calls for his entourage and then says, arrest her. I think that as funny as this is, as funny as it is to see a woman not get away with assault or abuse for once. That's great, but it makes him look like a bear when he has to call all of his bros and take this little woman out. And it's great that she's paying the consequences for being like that. But at the same time, he looks like a real bitch as well whenever he does that, you know. Especially, like I said, when I started this, if it were me in that situation, I'd get slapped. I don't have a bunch of big bros to come help the woman out of the club or the bar or whatever and then get arrested for assault, which she deserves. She deserves something, but I think that's a real beta move by this little mama's boy right here to do that. So you thought I was going one way with this, but I went a different direction. I think everyone here is a fucking idiot in this video. If you want my honest opinion, I think this whole scene is retarded. I don't think this people who go do things like this are stupid. Look at all these stupid people. Look at how stupid everybody is. Everybody. Winding up. That wind up is crazy. She's filming. She wants to bang him so bad. She's drinking a neutral. Ugh. I wish she was neutral. So what do you think, boss? Let me see here. Tristan says we have this is a different subject, but he said we have a photo of Bill Clinton in the department at headquarters, but not Obama. Wow. I appreciate the honesty there, Tristan. I was always wondering about that. It makes sense. I mean, I'm surprised you don't have Obama. Why not Obama? Why not Obama? You think Obama would be the biggest one? Interesting. They don't like blacks? Mitch says it depends, because I was asking, like, if you say yes, you can hit me, and then someone hits you, does it make it okay? Mitch says it depends, and just like I dare you or see what happens if you do, like, yeah, go for it. Kind of a taunt. They still don't have the right to be violent. Okay, I agree. That's kind of how I feel. I think assault's assault, you know, but Pepper says she probably had too many boosters. The boosters. Go get your boosters. Go get all your boosters and your jabs. What happened to Fauci? He just kind of crawled under a rock and he's hiding. He made his money and he ain't said shit for a couple years now. They had him on trial. It was really bad. I think after those trials, he's like, I better just fake my death. I'm surprised he hasn't done that, like Epstein, allegedly. Mitch says if he agreed seriously, then it would be considered a deal, but he didn't really agree. Fair enough. It was kind of like, it was more of like, I dare you, I feel like. Tony says if it were the early 80s, his name would be Beta Max. Running for joke of the night. Running for joke of the night right there. Beta Max. Mitch says, I'll say this. You're right to vote should depend on how much you pay in taxes. There should be a tier system. It's a contentious issue. Look, it's fun. It's fun to joke about women's rights when it comes to voting. I'll joke and I'll say I don't think women should vote. But in all honesty, there's just as many men out there who shouldn't vote either. So I can't, you know what I mean? You might be onto something with a tier system like that. In Tony's country of Australia, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Tony, it's a legal obligation to vote. I'm not sure what the repercussions are if you don't vote. I don't know if you have to like pay a fine or something like that, do a day in jail. Here in America, you get the right to vote and the choice to vote, where in some places you don't even get that. Speaking of voting, I'm kind of done with this whole video. I mean, it was fun to talk about, but I mean, it's just a bunch of dumb people. That's really all it is. It's just a bunch of idiots. Like, I'm on no one's side there, really. You guys probably seen this. North Korea. North Korea. Dale, don't knock over my whole setup, buddy. North Korea, not South Korea. You know which one I'm talking about. Kim Jong-un. Can you believe this? North Korea had an election last week. Can you believe that? They had an election. I didn't think they did that. International Playboy, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Says if you don't vote in Australia, you get publicly caned. Is that true, Tony? I'm gonna have to Google that. You get clubbed like a baby seal. I'm gonna club this seal to make a better deal, and you'll know I'll do it too because I'm crazy. Tony probably gets that reference. North Korea had a election. Who is running against Kim Jong? And no one even knows. No one even know. There's probably not. I don't know if there's a campaign. I don't know if there was a campaign or what. I don't know who was running against Kim Jong-un. But check this out here. Look at this. Yeah, March 20th. So just a couple days ago. Kim Jong-un sweeps North Korea polls with 99.93% of the vote. Where did the remaining 0.07% votes go? I bet they're not alive anymore. Whoever, I'm willing to bet they're not alive. Whoever wrote me in, they're probably not alive anymore. I'm the one who got the 0.07%. Someone wrote me in. I'm not going to say who. Luckily, they haven't found me yet. It was me, okay? I'm just kidding. That's a joke, North Korea. I swear I would never do something like that. Hail Supreme Leader. Kim Jong-un, look at this bastard right here. Look at this motherfucker. Holy fuck. What a guy, right? I hear he's a nice guy. Kim Jong-un has secured a sweeping victory in North Korea's 2026 parliamentary elections. Who even knew? I didn't know they did this. Tristan, did you know this? I don't know if you're still here with me, Tristan. Did you know about this? What do you know about these elections, Tristan? 99.93% of the votes. That's damn near perfect. I'm really concerned about the 0.07%, though. They love him out there. Dude, they love this guy. He's got to be the best leader ever, man. Like, imagine if we had that in America where 99% of people agreed on all having the same leader. I'm being a little sarcastic here in case you can't tell. I'm being a little sarcastic. Imagine. He's got to be the greatest leader of all time. Like, why don't we do this? Why can't we find a candidate as great as him? I mean, look at that guy. Who wouldn't want him leading the country? Pyongyang is set to convene the inaugural session of the new assembly regarding the election state. I mean, we don't really need to know much. The polls held on March 15th aimed to select deputies for the 15th Supreme People's Assembly and saw a turnout of 99.99%. Who was not there? They're going to find him and kill him. Mitch, you can't see me blinking with these sunglasses on. That's the whole reason I'm wearing them, to conceal my identity. This mustache is fake. I'm wearing a hat, the glasses, and a fake mustache so they don't find me. Man, like, why can't we get Trump here to 99%, right? Why can't we get Trump to 99%? Man, that's crazy. He's got to be a great leader, dude. He's got to be the best in the world, hands down. No one can beat him. He's like Putin. Did you guys know this about Putin? I'm going to give you a fun fact about Putin. Check this out. I wait for this ad to go. Again, I'm cheap. Check out the StreamYard logo. It's not even let me skip the ad. It says skip and it won't let me skip. Here we go. Here we go. I got you. I'm going to show you all a fun fact about Vladimir Putin here. I don't know how I got off center. I don't know. If I'm off center, I don't know why. There we go. Holy moly. I just figured that out. Amazing. Since I'm on a hockey thing right now, check this out. I don't know if you guys knew this, but back in 2019, I believe, Vladimir Putin, the greatest hockey player the world has ever seen, took the ice in a game in Russia. And to no one's surprise, he scored 8 goals in one game. I thought it was 7. I could get killed for saying that. But it's 8 in one game. I don't know if you guys watch hockey. I know Treston does. There's typically not even 8 goals in a game between both teams. But Putin is such a great hockey player. He scored 8 in one game.
Отбивает кулачки и большая, но здесь Каменский, Буря рядышком и будет бросок и счет открыт в этом матче.
He makes it look effortless. He's like what, 65 here or something? He's the prime of his life. Like for a hockey player, typically the prime age is about 24. Is 23 to 27 is when you're in your best years in hockey. This guy's like 65 and making it look like it's nothing.
Владимира Путина. Сами, как обычно, смотрим Все-таки зона.
Look at D. Holy shit.
Вот так вот эффектно.
Goalie didn't have a chance. Goalie
Александр
didn't stand a chance on that.
не показалось изначально сделать передачу на пятак, но в принципе так и выходит.
И Владимир
Oh!
забрасывает второй
Another
шайбу.
lightning shot.
Сейчас на пятачке переиграл вратаря. Не успел тот шайбу зафиксировать ловушкой.
Вот сборной ночной хоккейной лиги смотрим мы на повторе, как
This guy right here, the goalie, I don't know his name, but he did his job, which was to not stop the puck. Because if you stop the puck when Putin is shooting, you're a dead man skating. You know, you're a dead man on ice.
это было.
8 goals from the legend.
Все
Vladimir
было
Putin.
достаточно просто.
Look at that. Look at that back.
Что шайба на ребре катилась.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. What a legend. Look out, Gordie Howe. Whoa! Don't laugh at that. Don't laugh at that. Don't laugh at that.
Ракурса и видим, что шайба на
Do not
ребре
laugh at
катилась.
this.
Неудобно было бросать.
Do not laugh at this. Highlight reel, baby. Oh, Supreme Leaders are awesome, dude. Imagine if we had that in America, where we had a leader that was so great that imagine if Trump got 99% of the vote and also could score 8 goals in a hockey game. Like, what are we doing in America, bro? What are we doing out here? It's no wonder the rest of the world looks at us like the way they do. We ain't got Trump can't score a goal. He can work at McDonald's. Ever says too many boosters. Dresden says, when I was getting ready to go to Korea, people seriously asked me if I was going to North or South because they were that dumb. I'm guessing you didn't go North. Mitch says, from the beginning of that video, I was hoping for a face plant. Well, you got it. You got it. You want to see it one more time? Don't laugh. You want to see it one more time? Just don't laugh, though. You can't laugh. It's not funny. It's not funny. Oh, man. Jim says, Treston, who do you think you are, Dennis Rodman? Treston probably knows Dennis Rodman. I'd believe it. Purpose says, I hear Putin holds a black belt in judo. Why not? I'm sure he does. I mean, who's going to tell him not to? Who's going to tell Putin that he's not a black belt? I wouldn't tell him. I would be like, yes, sir, you are the best black belt ever. You are hands down. Don't kill me, please. What else we got here, man? Oh yeah, before we go anywhere else, I gotta bring this up, man. Not to get down here, but rest in peace, Chuck Norris, legend, Walker, Texas Ranger. Speaking of a black belt, Mr. Chuck Norris certainly was. 2-time speedboat racing champion. When Chuck Norris did push-ups, he was really just pushing the earth down. Here's one. When Chuck Norris opened up a bag of Lay's, he could eat just one chip. Yeah, Chuck Norris. Oh, Mitz, well, have a good night. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you for being here. Have a great night. Again, I appreciate you so much, Mitz. Again, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the show. But yeah, Chuck, it was out of nowhere. Like, he was known to be one of the healthiest guys out there. I don't think the man did drugs or drank or anything. He always did those commercials. Who was the blonde woman he did with the Bowflex? He was also the reason why Average Joe's won the dodgeball game, the tournament. So, I mean, we helped. He's the only reason they got to stay in it and give him that chance. And Peter LaFleur is very thankful for that. So, rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Yeah, good night, Mitz. Have a great night. And Jim says Chuck had multiple black belts. I believe that. I mean, the guy was he fought Bruce Lee, didn't he? Oh, I mean, in a movie, but let's see what else here. Tristan said, yeah, it's about as legit as our elections. I'm guessing you're talking about Putin's black belt. Tristan, you don't think our elections are legitimate? That's a fresh take. Tristan also says he's the Ricky Steamboat of dictators, highly underrated. I thought Putin was ranked number 1 in Russian hockey. Let me see if I can find this video. We're going to switch gears a little bit. I don't think this show is going to be like super long tonight. I don't know if Tony or Jim want to join me later or maybe backstage, but I'll be hanging out for a bit for that. But we got a couple more articles here we'll go over. I mean, it's fun to be back on Hoffcast. I'm glad to do this again. I wish I did it more often. It's just I race a lot, sim racing. That's what I do a lot of my time there. So when I dedicate a night to playing video games, then I don't really feel like doing this. Jim says his best matchup was with kickboxer Bill Wallace. Interesting. I'm guessing there's footage of that. I'd like to see it. Let me look this up, man, because this is one of those things, because this show runs on stupidity. It's like the fuel that powers the show is stupidity. That's basically where everything comes from here. And we do a great job at that, I believe. I think we do a bang-up job at staying stupid around here. Let me see if we can find this. So this one's a little older. I'm trying to find the short video. Oh, oh my gosh. Let's take it. Let's see if this video is going to work. We'll try this one out. That didn't work. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, bosses. You're gonna love this. If you haven't seen this already, you're gonna love this. I don't know how many people saw this. I imagine they tried to not let it get out too much. So again, like I said, this is a little dated, slightly dated. When was this? 1 month ago. So apologies. We're about a month behind here on some things. Doesn't make it any less stupid. Does not make this any less stupid. Simply. So Somalians are a big part of the illegal immigrants that come here and benefit off our system. They're the ones who are opening up the daycares, the Leering Center. And what they're doing is they're living here illegally, and they're using daycares as money laundering schemes in order to stay housed here illegally. So this woman, I don't know exactly who she is. Her name is Nasra Ahmed. And she's a Somali woman who is talking about how ICE detained her. And you might feel bad for her. Is that Kim Jong-un right there? And look, there's Jesse Lee Peterson behind her. I want to say something here before I play this video. Actually, I'm going to say nothing. I'm just going to let the video speak for itself here. I'm just going to let the video speak for itself. Check this out, bosses.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what it means to be American, but it's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice. You know, it's you know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean. Hello, I am very
What? I might have missed something there. Let me watch that one more time. I think I missed something.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what it means to be American, but it's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice. You know, it's you know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American.
I don't look, you can eat bananas and rice, but first of all, no offense to anybody who likes bananas. I don't. I think bananas don't taste good to me. I like rice. What is she getting at here? She might be onto something, actually. She might be onto something. She's saying that who's the banana and who's the rice? I'm guessing America's the banana and she's the rice. And she's saying that you don't think that you can put bananas and rice together and eat them. But that's what being a Somali and in America and living in America is like. It's like eating bananas and rice. And I couldn't think of a better analogy than that metaphor. Maybe she's really smart. This woman might be a genius. I mean, she's living on a diet of bananas and rice. It's hard to argue with, really.
And it's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean. Hello, I am very grateful to have this opportunity to speak in front of everyone. And thank you to my senator for representing me and the people behind me for representing me. I can never be more grateful than I am right now. I'm not used to the attention and the fame, unwanted fame that I am receiving right now.
I didn't know she was famous. Now I mean, you talk about bananas and rice long enough, people are going to take notice.
My image is out there, but
your image, you look the same. No. Erase that. Erase what I just said. Delete what I just said. Just completely erase and delete what I just said. I never said that. I never said that.
It's an image for a reason. It's an image that I will carry for the rest of my life. And I am proud. I am proud to say that
she's so proud of herself that she's covering up her entire, she looks like Emperor Palpatine.
That I've survived ICE. I'm proud to say that I stood up for what is right. And many people are saying, including my family and friends, that I will go down in history.
Now look at this. You want to talk about victim mentality? She's on TV talking about fame. She's famous now. This is her image. She survived ICE. I bet that Band-Aid on her forehead is just for show. What's up, buddy? I guarantee that bandage is for show. I'm willing to bet she's got no injury from ICE under that Band-Aid is what I'm willing to bet. Dale, please don't knock my camera over. I love you, man. But I'm just, if I were a betting man, if I were a gambling man, I would say there's no injury under that.
And I will carry this on my shoulders, and I will carry it even though I am fearful. I am
stunning and brave.
A bit anxious. I'm going to admit that I didn't expect this to happen, but here I am speaking in front of everyone, and there's cameras recording me. Hi, everyone who's watching me right now.
She's so glad to be in the spotlight, bro. This is what she always wanted. This is the point of her being up there. Like all of these dudes behind her, these giant dudes. Like, look how big that guy's head is. She's there because of them.
Yeah, my name is Nazra. It's nice to meet you guys. It's nice to meet everyone.
No, it's not nice to meet you, and I don't want your bananas and rice. Just to be frank. We're not going to watch her whole speech, but basically, she did get arrested. But just don't forget, being a Somali in America is just like bananas and rice.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice.
Yikes. Yikes. Not a fan of the woman, just being honest. I think she's full of it. Something tells me she's full of it. She's full of bananas and rice. She is bananas, BANANAS. I didn't learn how to spell bananas until I heard that song, by the way. I thought there were two N's in the middle. BANANAS. All right, I got one more, I believe. Actually, if you just want a quick update on something, a quick update, just because it's what we do, we'll do a quick update. And I think I got one article left for the night. So to do an update, I believe on our last stream, we went pretty hard on Don Lemon We love Don Lemon. So we talked about how Don Lemon stormed the church there. Get out of the way, Power Tax. Good news, everybody. Don Lemon is being sued by parishioner. I can't read. I'm illiterate. Over Minnesota church takeover during anti-ICE protest. He's being sued, everybody. Look at that dumb fuck right there. A churchgoer has slapped lefty activist news commentator Don Lemon with a civil suit for his alleged involvement. It wasn't alleged. It's all on camera. An anti-ICE mob that stormed a Minnesota church last month. Lemon, 59, was arrested in L.A. for his role in the January 18th takeover of city's church in St. Paul, where he joined with a few dozen local Black Lives Matter activists. Oh, man. It doesn't get any better, does it? Under the guise of acting in his capacity as a journalist. So basically, Don Lemon, he instigated this, allegedly, and then showed up and said he just happened to see him. He knew nothing. He was just driving by. He was just driving by with a camera crew, you know, and his best glasses on. He was just driving by and just happened to see it. And was, as a journalist, he had to get out of his news van with the camera crew and go and see what was going on in this church. As we all know, that's not true. He pretty much instigated the whole thing and led the people into the church and then filmed it and tried to make a point. Now he's getting sued. I hope they sue him for as much as they can, dude. He's unemployed right now, so I don't know if they'll get much from him. Look at that guy. Like Steve Urkel. More like leave Urkel. Leave the church. In the chaos, Lemon appeared to take satisfaction as he live streamed the event of storming this church and harassing kids in a church on his multi-platform show. I don't even know what that means. Lemon, who was arrested while covering the Grammy Awards. Nobody cares about the Grammys, dude. Nobody cares about the Grammys. Nobody cares about the Grammys. Dude, if you watch the Grammys or the Oscars or the Golden Globes or Emmys or Oscars or whatever they're called, if you watch them, you're a moron. Like nobody watches them anymore. I know I'm not going to insult anyone who's watching my show right now because I know nobody who watches this show watches the Oscars or the Grammys. You're an idiot if you watch that stuff. Or you're living in the past, one or the other. Oh, look, they got a sketch of him. Oh, he's looking real gay. I mean, happy. I'm being sarcastic. He's looking real gay and happy. Gay is happy. So he's looking real gay there. He said he was acting within his First Amendment rights while chronicling the protest that he pretty much instigated. But he's getting sued. And in future Hoffcasts, I'll keep you updated for sure. I will keep you updated on this. And we'll see if we get the details of the settlement or however much that he's got to pay out. I'd rather him just be in jail. I just wish he would go to jail for like maybe 30 days, 15, 30 days. I think that'd be a lot more satisfying. But the thing is, you got to send him to an all-women's prison. You can't send him to a male prison. He would enjoy it too much. It'd be like a vacation for a gay man like that. He'd be dropping the soap on purpose. you know, he'd be like, oops, drop the soap again. Oh, buddy, I better go get it. Are you looking? Do you like chocolate? You like chocolate starfish? Oh, I'm sorry, did I go overboard with that one? Tristan says, I can't tell you how many times I just happen to be driving by with a camera crew who can't relate to Oh man, I guess I'm out of it. I've never done that before. I got to get me a camera crew first. Dude, can you imagine how bad that van smells with Don Lemon and all the gay camera crew in there? Can you imagine how bad it smells? I mean, they're happy. I'm not saying that they're homosexual. I mean, they were happy to be there. They're gay. Gay as fuck. Happy as fuck to be there. All right, like I said, last article for tonight. I will be hanging out after the show. If Jim, Tristan, Tony, anyone here wants to come hang out with me after the show, I'm going to put the link in the chat in just a moment, and you can come by. But I got one more thing we got to discuss tonight. I do want to thank everyone for being here. I do want to thank everyone for being here tonight. I appreciate y'all. I'll drop the link in just a moment, Jim. I said I got one more article here. I'm going to put it up here in just a moment. Where's this video at here? So here's been the big conspiracy theory. You guys know I'm a conspiracy theorist. As long as you don't mind waiting in the hangout for a second, I will drop the link. I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long in the background. Once you're back there, I feel like I got to rush, you know, and but I will keep this short, so I will be dropping the link very soon. But as soon as I see people backstage, I'm like, oh, I don't want to keep them waiting. I feel bad. I feel guilty. So you guys know I'm a conspiracy theorist. It's what I've kind of built my show on: conspiracy theories, current events, laughing at the insanity of the world. We've gotten to a point where I feel like I'm losing my conspiracy theory card. Because I used to think I was crazy. I used to think that I was the one that was way out there and coming up with all these crazy ideas and saying some wild stuff. I usually have basis for it, though. I don't just say things willy-nilly. Sometimes I do. But when this happened roughly 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think it's been a few weeks now, I was like, the internet's outdone me. I can't keep up anymore. I don't even want to. And the problem is the conspiracy theories that I was into kind of mattered, where this one is kind of a moot point unless you want to look at, like, I guess you can look at the stuff that's happened prior. So I guess there is some basis to it, but in my opinion, my personal opinion, this one's just too far out there. I'm sure everyone has seen it. Here we go. I'm sure everyone's seen it already.
Jim
Carrey.
It's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So, I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy. But, it's then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards. And I was like, I'm dead. But and I made mistakes, and I was like a novice, but I felt a lot of love, and I felt a lot of appreciation that I tried, and what I said was true, and I really wanted to recognize my family. I wanted to recognize my dad. I mean, my dad was the type of person that if you met him for 5 minutes, you felt like you knew him for 50 years. You know?
So everyone, the whole thing, people are saying this is not Jim Carrey. They're saying this is not Jim Carrey. He doesn't look like Jim Carrey. He doesn't talk like Jim Carrey. People are saying I've been watching his movies since I was a kid in the 90s. That's not Jim Carrey. I don't know what the fuck these people are smoking. I don't know what the fuck. That's Jim Carrey. It's clearly Jim Carrey. He looks like Jim Carrey. He sounds like Jim Carrey. He's getting older. He's had some plastic surgery. He's probably got fake teeth. I'm not saying that. Here's where the conspiracy theory comes in. I'm not going to leave you guys like that. The conspiracy theory is whenever he was saying stuff about the Illuminati. I'll bring that video up just in case you forgot. It was this here. I gotta wait for this Michelob ad to end. I guess it doesn't really help me if I'm telling you the ad. I mean, I'm still advertising. So it's this right here. So this is from Jimmy Kimmel 11 years ago. We love Jimmy Kimmel here at Hoffcast. He's the funniest guy on the planet. Oh, Jimmy Kimmel. What would we ever do if he weren't around anymore? We wouldn't laugh anymore. Let me tell you, all laughter would come to a halt because Jimmy Kimmel is the only funny person alive now. Beta. But here's Jim Carrey on Jimmy Kimmel 11 years ago. I've probably even shown this clip.
Is that
they're gonna copyright me for this shit? I guarantee you, Jimmy Kimmel, he'll get me for this. He'll get me for this.
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh.
That's kind of funny. Instead of the all-seeing eye, the all-mocking tongue. That's kind of funny. But people, they've used that and some of the other things that he said about, in different interviews about we're all tetrahedrons and he doesn't care about the awards and everything like that. So they think that now they killed, the theory is they killed Jim Carrey, and either this is a clone or a guy in a mask.
Oh, it's a wonderful feeling.
I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry, conspiracy theorists. I'm sorry. That's Jim Carrey. He's just older. I hate to break your hearts. Hate to break your hearts. I'm gonna put the link in the chat now. If anyone wants to come by, hang out, Jim. If it's just us, I'm cool with that, man. But if anyone else wants to come by, Tristan, if you're still around, I haven't seen you in forever. Or anybody else, Tony, of course. But there's the link in the chat right there. I'm sorry to tell everybody. I'm sorry to break these new age conspiracy theorists' hearts. I'm sorry to break your hearts. It's not a conspiracy theory. That's Jim Carrey. He got old. He's old. He's like in his 60s. He's not that old, but you know what I mean? He's not 35 anymore. Neither am I. You know. He's probably had a little work done. You know, maybe he's planning it. He's got a new role coming up soon, and he wanted to look good for it. Even though he's claimed to maybe retire from acting. So I had to say something about it. As a conspiracy theorist myself, I had to say something about this one. And I hate to break everyone's hearts, but it's not a conspiracy theory. That's Jim Carrey. They say his eyes are different colors. No, there's bright lights in his eyes. I also have dark green eyes, and when you shine light in them, they become lighter. That's just what happens. If you have brown eyes, you're not going to get that effect. But if you have like blue or green eyes, like I do and Jim Carrey, well, then you're going to see that difference. Oh, I see you there in the backstage. I'll be there. We'll get this wrapped up in just a moment. I'll do my wind down here, and yeah, this is the last couple minutes of the show. I don't see Jim yet. There's Tony. Awesome. Cool. Hopefully Jim can get here. Jim, I want you backstage, man. We're about to wrap this up. Don't miss the link, man. But I had to say it, man, because like the reason I wanted to say something about that is because it gives people like me a bad name. I told Tony about this the other day. I said, you know, I don't believe we landed on the moon. A lot of people do. And a lot of people call someone like me a conspiracy theorist because I don't believe in that. So imagine the same person telling you that we didn't land on the moon is telling you that's not Jim Carrey. Loses all credibility. You know, and if you can be any kind of credible with an argument for not landing on the moon, and then you say something like that, you're losing more credibility is what I'm saying. So I don't like when they give people like me a bad name. These new age conspiracy theorists, I don't like them. I don't like them one bit. Anyways, Jim, I don't know if you headed out there, Jim. I'll send him a text message. But we're going to wrap this up. I'll get backstage. Got a couple people there. I want to say thank you, everyone, for watching. Pepper said we didn't. It was the dessert at night later on. Thank you so much for being here, Pepper. Appreciate you. Stay safe out there in beautiful Gary. But I do want to thank everyone for watching tonight. Everyone who showed up, left a comment, spent a little bit of time with us. It was a fun time. I had a great time. It's better spent with others. So again, I do appreciate everybody. I'll try to be more consistent. I always say that, but I will try to be more consistent. Thank you, Hand of Seeds. Appreciate you so much. I will see you guys soon. Make sure your notifications are turned on if you like this show. I'm not trying to get subscribers or likes out here anymore. I just like doing the show. And if you like to watch, well, then I want you to be here. So if you want to watch, make sure your notifications are turned on. Hopefully they work. And I'll see you guys soon. Stay vigilant. Don't take any wooden nickels. I love you guys. See you soon. Hoff signing off.